Another fighting in here. You know, what is the story of the players in here with uh UwU and as well as with the DYB? I'm trying to figure out what really happened because at some point I was told that they were in the same alliance and saying that some of the DYB players left them after like capturing the dragon. Another thing is that I think they were, like I think they lost maybe in their early zone, and then um, I think they end up joining UwU, and then eventually once they've captured um, the flame dragon, is that was the agreement. You know, when you capture the flame dragon, the agreement is done. So the story in here says DYB was formerly DL, attacked UwU in season 2. We fought back, had a lot of fun. We beat them, so powers that be decided it'd be fun for all to take the dragon together. Huh. Um so more stories in here. I kind of like it. Let's see. Funny on your part saying same issue. They spread that S20 PvP is a bully alliance. I don't know who S20 is. UwU expired trial cards. They lost the war, so of course they joined UwU, but they had the grudge. So DL lost and then they joined UwU. All right, so that's kind of interesting. Um, they lost and jumped ship, but the end season came. They decided they want to fight. They lost again. Mono got mad, started lying about bullies. All right, so I said something about here. Did UwU conspire against DYB in the early zone? And what's the agreement of teaming up only after the dragon? So DYB never surrender said facts means true. If you want the real, nobody likes you. Oops, I'm not gonna generalize just some of them. Oh, I don't know who is he referring to. No, we had a none conspire against them. We won a warfare and square. Nobody conspired. DYB wanted was a never an ally. They wanted to fight, lost, so we team up after. Okay? So very conflicting stories in here. We didn't why didn't DL give UwU 24-hour notice on declaring war upon us days before the season ended? All right. Who declares 24 hours when you go to war? Do you really need to declare? Is there such a thing? Declaration. I guess there is such a thing. A declaration of war. Did the U.S. did this to Japan? I forgot. I think they did. They're now even the ones that are keep on bringing it up. I'm actually the one bringing it up. Oh, they can't move on. The season was ended. We were bored and had nothing to gain or lose. So yeah, why not fight? Makes sense. Make sense. It's a PvP game. All right. And it was supposed to be fun. I mean, it was said we aren't allies. So they weren't allies then. So it's confusing. So was it true that the DL players was forced to join UwU? All right, I'm just curious. I'm just trying to pick some stuff in here. This player will be rallied. All right, so Mert says he was not involved in the talks, and truce doesn't mean you're allies. So in the starting zone, DL and UwU was never allied. All right, are we gonna rally this? Oh, nice. So, oh, he teleported away. Oh man, sad. Sad. All right, I like the story in here. They were in the burning lands. So, oh, people wanted war from as long as there was peace. So, you guys were allied What happened? All right. Natalo sila. Okay, they lost. How did DL lose if they are allies? So how did DL lose if they're allies, right? I'm so confused. Um I'm just asking question from the history. So you guys can provide. So I'm trying to ask in here in the Tamaris, so it's not a one-sided information that I'm getting. I think that's fair, man. I'm telling you, some of these, who said that? Some of these UwU, their team, are kind of like very defensive. Like this, I don't. Well, I guess it's not an UwU team. This guy, whoever this guy is, I bet is from the other side. He is very defensive. Um, they are not allies. They are enemies since the beginning of the last season. They entered Zooland to fight DL and PHBD in Burning. Then after a weeks of fighting, UwU won. They recruited the strong players, which is normal. And then I guess there's so much lie coming from the DYB saying, this Haiti has a very strong opinion. Typical. Okay. Typical players within the game have super strong opinions. And they're trying to force it. They're saying stop telling lies. All right. There was a time when we needed Gandalf. Wait, what? Oh, I can't understand anymore in here. These are Indonesian. The idea of one of the UwU allies let us crumble at a time. My name is interesting. Marriage thanks before what? That doesn't even make sense. They're not allied. We just make 3 whales pet of UwU till drag because they lose. All right. So DL had Gia on season 2, but Gia lost in the Burning Lands. Very interesting stories. They don't want to accept the fact. They create lies and spread it everywhere. DYB said in here, which was just the DL team. We were in the war in Zone 1 war against all servers because somebody is spreading fake news telling that PvP Alliance and S20 Alliance are threat. Oh, so UwU was doing this smear campaign? I'm not telling a lie from UwU. I know what you did. There's really conflicting stories from both sides. All right. I wonder who's really telling the truth in here. Right. So what I can really see in here is that some of the players from the other side are really trying to do like more of a personal attack towards me instead of like I'm just trying to gather some information in here. And because this guy is from the other side for sure, but he's like, what kind of person, like, man, it just shows you what type of characters some people are, and they're on the other side of the team. Sad, because some of the guys in here are very cool. On the other side, they're very cool. This guy says, "Can we just agree that we're all thinking each other's lying? Let's just move on. Clean slate. All this toxic behavior is exhausting." That's kind of true. Did DYB also told you that Roseanne and Danny sold the dragon and got the frames by themselves? Ooh, I don't know. I'm thankful the deal accepted me and others kicked by UwU. So UwU kicked. Probably says DYB and EX ally. DYB made another story again, Shinchi was not even aware of what happened when Gate 1 opens. Yep, exactly. See, I like Pumpkins. He's a cool guy. See, I'm telling you, some of this FIG people, these Fruitas, we played against them. They've always been respectful, but these players that we kind of just merge into, man, God, they're very, like, toxic. My God. Anyway, okay, we're going to be building in here. And Savage says, what did he say? Translation is slow. There's always an excuse in your words. I don't think anyone is lying. Everyone has their own perceptions. We just need tolerance and a joy for the game. All right. Very interesting. Really interesting story. So the what is really the real story in here? What happened with the fallout in the last season? I'm getting like conflicted stories in here. It's shame how season 2 ended. Members of DL that joined UwU were actually nice to talk to. Ah. So, all right, I have a question in here. The question is, did UwU treated DL with respect though? All right, that's a question. Did the UwU players treated DL with respect? The problem is not all players, but some there they think they own everything, and everyone they want to rule everyone. I'm just saying, Danis. All right. Wait, what? I'm just saying Denise. Wait, what? Doesn't make sense. The sentence kind of doesn't make sense. All right. So really, the real question is: did UwU treat a DL with respect? All right. It says that it was the most non-toxic war, and I'm reading here. We did Shinchi. Then there were some plans in motion for setting up alliance for this season thing on Discord happened. Ah. And then let's see, that resulted in people being kicked. So UwU was the leading alliance, therefore UwU kicked players. All right. So they call each other Titan. Wasabi's crazy. Ay. All right, I'm reading all this. And Mert says, I was disappointed with how the season started, but I won't get into details out of respect. And respect until they kill you for acolytes, forts, and kick you out of seconds before season rewards. Wow! They did that. So are you saying they just used DL for their benefits? Woo. So did UwU players just use DL for their own benefits though? This is juicy. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of juicy things in here. Mert says, but I understood that it's a part of the game. People make decisions for their teams to win. All right. Hick me UwU because he was very ugly. Wait, what? Some of these things don't even make sense now. Oh my god. Definitely interesting. I definitely want to know more. Hang on. Okay, Shinchi 42, hang on. We more than treated DL with respect. Firstly, it was DL that approached UwU to stop the war and asked for peace. All right. And what did Mert says? I know you're smart enough to speak like a normal person. If you do, I will respond. All right. So, all right. Let alone DL, even our allied partners during the war were not given a place and left to be destroyed and disbanded during season 2. So, yeah, what is the real story in here? I guess we will never really find out because each side has their own version of the story about their gaming. All right, DYB says there is a deal even the dragon, but they have a grudge because of the war at the end of the season. But we all had 2 months of peace and farm. So it seems like I can see that some of the DL players here are trying to, say, what's happening, they're actually giving compliments to the UwU players in here. All right, it says here, Haiti, Danny and Rose themselves agreed that they and Mert would join UwU up until the dragon was captured. Okay, that one was told to me also, so that's fair. All right, and then eventually they left and then they fought, which is that it was a contract. That was it. Don't spoil Shinchi. He was the only one that I like. Shouldn't have done that. Very unnecessary. All right, and so with this statement, after dragon, it's a free war game. All right. So basically, that's my question. Mert was not happy with UwU, so UwU agreed for him to go back to DL despite this is not being the original deal. So, what was the original deal then? Just have Mert stay in UwU even if he... Anyway, Mert is a powerful player. I'm curious. With this statement, after the dragon, it's free war game, right? I'm just curious. UwU also let PHBD freely expand their territory into Zone 3, despite this never being part of the deal. All right. And you were press 2 at that time, who only had one T5. All right. So tell me how UwU forced DL Wales to join them. I don't know. I don't know the story really because it's very conflicting as well. All right. I'm trying to figure out, but she's not answering my question in here. If the agreement was for after the dragon, and if they fought after the dragon, then the agreement was null and void after that. And Martin's saying that's a perception thing, Haiti. All right. Shinchi, they just didn't say they couldn't get the magma and went attacking their FEK2 ally. Wait, they attack? What? They attack their ally for magma? To recruit? Wait, I'm curious. All right. They put the shoes on other feet. People were upset. We were gone. All right. Basically, if UwU didn't agree on peace talks, there wouldn't be DYB right now. Oh, that's what Lord is saying. They're hiding in the names now. They're creating. They're not creating a new account, but they have another account. They're using it. All right, and keep saying DLS20 is a dictator, even though your alliance. So there is a S20 alliance, I guess, in the last season. UwU did what? UwU forced the DL Wales into a peace deal in a past 1. And this right after they used ID 19 and then they betrayed them. Wow. Only DL have ever said the word dictator. Pig says, we attack for no reason other than the boredom since the season was done, which that was fair. And honestly, I like what Mert is saying here. He's like being honest. I like the honesty here, Mert. I like the honesty here. All right. Xenon says ID disbanded of their own accord and joined up with other alliances. Pumpkin says, I just remember DL or DYB is supposed to be gone by now if UwU did not accept the DL and PHBD white flag. No one betrayed ID, saying by Xenon. Very interesting story. Oh my god, if you're not in these servers, it's gonna be confusing. I'm kind of confused as well. Mert said it already. They attacked because of boredom, and his members kept creating stories, which is, not a bad thing to attack in the boredom at season end already. And you guys said they are not your team, and maybe you guys did not treat them like your own team, more of mercenaries. So yeah, that's my thing. I feel like they didn't treat them as a team. They treated them like their own mercenaries. So, I played other games and I was a leader, and when we defeat somebody, when they try to join us, I've turned enemies into my allies, because you got to treat people like your own. Like if they join you, you got to treat them like your own. You give them responsibilities and become part of it. All right. And you're having a screenshot and proof. Okay. DYB blamed Haiti for the war as well. Basically, I said people wanted for a long time. Wow, very strong opinions in here. All right. Were DL treated by UwU as mercenaries instead of teammates? Were DL, yeah, that's my question in here, right? That's my question in here. were they treated as a mercenaries instead of teammates when they joined? Let's see what they gotta say. I'm really curious. No, we embrace the DL members completely. Oh, oh. Any objections? Any? All right. So Mert says I'd agree that we were treated well. All right, that's good. But they missed their former alliance, so they went back after the dragon. Um, interesting. Oh, there was people talking behind each other's back as well. I like the game politics in here. Kind of interesting. Man, this is gonna be long, but please do let me know if you're from the DYB or DL Alliance. I need to know more. Or if you're in the UwU side, I want to know more because it seems like there is a lot of missing informations in here. I'm just curious. At the end of the day, it's just a video game, but it's kind of fun. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again next time.